Hey Leo, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with sun, moon, or rising in Leo. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. So let's go ahead and flip your cards and get our first clues as to who this person is. So first we have Taurus. And to clarify that, or to kind of support this energy, we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so this person could definitely be a Taurus or some other earth sign. This could also be somebody who came into your life around late April, like April 20th to May 21st, around that area, or during Taurus season. This could be someone that you met during that time. I'm hearing in the springtime, so someone that potentially you met in the springtime. I'm also hearing spring break might be significant in this connection for some of you. So, of course, that won't resonate for everyone, but for some of you, you might have met this person over spring break, or maybe gone on a trip with them during spring break or something like that. But definite Taurus energy here, so there's probably something significant that took place in this connection in or around Taurus season. If this is a love interest, I would have to say with this kind of Taurus energy here, this person is a very passionate, a passionate lover, probably a passionate person in general, very passionate about the things that they care about, the things that they're interested in. They could have even shown you some of that passion, if not in a physical way, then just in the intensity of the connection that you felt with them. The sign of Taurus is ruled by Venus, so this person could have very, very romantic feelings towards you. And like I said, be very passionate. If this is someone that you've already had a physical relationship with, then I feel like that's something you would know about them. Like the amount of chemistry between the two of you, I feel like it's something that's difficult for you to ignore. And I'm also picking up on that, like, even if this relationship hasn't gotten physical, or it hasn't gone very far physically, maybe, it's like that spark and that chemistry is apparent to you, even if you haven't actually entered that sort of relationship with this person. This could also be an indication that this is someone that has very intimate fantasies about you. The Seven of Cups is kind of a card of fantasy, of illusion, even of visualization. So this can be someone who has very vivid and very intense fantasies about you. So I think that, I think what I'm seeing here is not only who this person might be, but also the types of ways that they think about you. So this person is definitely fantasizing about you. They're using some of that passionate energy in their fantasies. This could be because you're at a distance from this person, or you're not in a solid relationship with this person. Maybe it's been a while since you've seen them, because I'm picking up on there's some very vivid very vivid imagery here when it comes to thinking about you. And this doesn't have to be in a passionate sense. It could be that they have a very clear picture of you in their mind. Even the way the Seven of Cups is, they might have a photo of you. I'm getting like a photo that's like of your face, like kind of like how this card is depicted. They might have a photo of you, or a very vivid memory of the way that you look in general, or the way you looked on one particular occasion. And this keeps coming to their mind. This is something that they're kind of replaying, and it's very, very vivid for them. So I am picking up on if this is someone you haven't seen for a long time, and maybe sometimes you wonder if they still think about you, or if they still remember you, or something like that, that it's really important. Like your guides are saying, it's very vivid. There's something very vivid about the imagery that this person has, the memories that they have about the two of you, or the last time you interacted, or something like that. Super clear, super clear image. It's like the image of your face is burned in their memory. There might also be, this is interesting. There might also be a connection around singing or music with this person. So they might have a connection to really any of the arts, but music and stage performance seems to be highlighted here. So, yeah, I'm thinking there might be a connection here in terms of how you met this person or this person's interests. I'll kind of circle back to that because I'm still feeling that out. With this Taurus energy, as many of you know, and these cards are great about just spelling it out, each astrological sign kind of has a theme or a saying that summarizes kind of what that sign is about or some of the main attributes of that sign. And for Taurus, it is I have. And that's actually just printed really clearly on this card. So we see that. For some reason, it's almost like this Taurus energy combined with the Seven of Cups is screaming to me right now, I have choices. I have choices. So this could be like, I have choices, I have options. The Seven of Cups being a card of choice, of a lot of different options, and also of illusion at times. So this might be somebody that you view as a person that has several options, and that could be maybe romantically, or in their life in general. So it could be that this is someone who's very financially secure. That Taurus energy is pointing towards someone who's very successful or who is building and growing some type of abundant success in their life. It could be that they are extremely intelligent and therefore have a lot of options. They can do a lot of things. This could also indicate that this is how this person feels about you. This really could be mirrored energy. It could be that both of you are feeling this way, but it's highly likely that this person is also viewing you as someone who has many options. That could be an indication that they might feel like you're slipping away from them, or like you're exploring options with other people in the meantime, like if you're not in connection with this person. But I feel like both of you from time to time have thoughts like this, like have thoughts that maybe the other one has found someone new, or it could be that this person actually was in another relationship at some point or still currently is. Maybe you're not quite sure, but it feels like you might be viewing them as someone who could move on, someone who may have explored different options, and they're seeing you the exact same way. So that's interesting. If that energy is mirroring for you, that's pretty interesting. You're both, I think you both think very highly of each other and probably are well aware that other people are potentially interested. This can also, like I was saying, it doesn't have to be romantically. This can be someone who maybe moved away, is considering moving away, might have different choices about the job that they take or the location that they choose to settle in, something like that. And this could actually be a reason that you're not in contact with this person, if that is the case for you. This can also be read as someone who has a lot of choices or decisions to make. So if there's a lot up in the air between the two of you when it comes to this connection, it may be that this person is feeling kind of overwhelmed by all of the decisions they need to make, or all of the different things that they have to consider before they can come to a firm decision on something. I also feel like this is someone who's very attractive and also very down to earth. And what I'm picking up on here, and I want to word this correctly because this isn't, I'm actually not even getting a negative vibe from this at all, but it's not meant to be taken negatively at all. But I do think that this is a person who at times might come across as pretty stubborn or stuck in their ways. Like it might be hard for them to break out of a particular pattern of thinking once they've made up their mind about something. I feel like to a certain extent, this is someone who would describe themselves as like a realist. I think sometimes, to be honest with you, I think sometimes this person can come across like they're being negative or like they're not looking on the bright side. Like they might be viewing the cup as half empty rather than half full. Because if they've made up their mind about something and it kind of leans toward a more negative outlook, it will be kind of difficult to get them to change their outlook on that thing. But I mean, it works both ways. If they have decided to be more positive about something, then they can stay on that train as well. But I do think that this is someone that it might be a little bit hard for them to switch things up at a moment's notice, to change their mind at a moment's notice. That is, I think, what's most challenging for this person, to change their mind about something. It kind of feels like sometimes they feel that it's like they have to be realistic, or they have to make responsible decisions. They might be someone who has a lot of people depending on them, and that could be why they feel like they have so much to consider before they can make any choices or before they can make any changes. That could be kind of what that energy is. Again, though, I feel that that music thing. I feel like there's a musical connection, like this person might want to sing or perform, or maybe you met this person in that sort of setting. We'll see if anything else like that comes out. But yeah, that's kind of a general overview of the energy there and who this person is. So I wonder if you already have in mind who this person might be. If it's kind of a mystery to you. Let's look at some tarot and see what else we can find out about this person that can't stop thinking about you. So we have the Star, which is really interesting because I was talking about this. Yeah. The Star can be like really hopeful energy. Somebody who has a lot of hope. They might have a lot of hope when it comes to this connection. This also, to me, is like a card of fame or of attention. So this person they really might be some sort of performer, or have aspirations to be some sort of performer, or to grow a platform in some way. I'm getting performance arts vibes though from this person. I really am. For some of you, I think it's singer, actor, something like that. Yeah. Let's keep shuffling these cards and see what else comes out. I'm getting the sense that this is someone who's made a lot of changes in their life, though. And that's really not, I'm not saying that lightly, considering this Taurus energy. We have the Lovers. Considering this Taurus energy, it's like any changes that this person has made might not have been that easy for them to implement, because they are a person who can be kind of a little stubborn, or can be a little bit slow to change their mind about things. So really interesting. This connection, something about this connection or something about you might have prompted some changes in this person. 8 of Daggers. I'm going to pull one more card. Whoa, there it is. We have the 4 of Cups in reverse. Let's see what we are looking at here. I feel like this person may have gone through some kind of loss in the recent past. This can have to do with something in their life in general. It can be something really personal to them. Loss of a relationship. This could even be talking about the connection that you have with this person. If that connection has maybe fallen off a little bit, if there's been a little bit lost here, if you can kind of relate to that feeling. I'm getting those vibes from this person, from this energy. Something has changed. I feel like something has changed for this person. And that's kind of that Star energy. So this might be them breaking out of their comfort zone, breaking out of their usual box. It could even be that this connection in general, like you meeting this person, the two of you coming together, might have changed this person in a way that they never anticipated. And honestly, in a way that most likely was a little bit challenging for them. They might have felt like they had a lot of choices, a lot of things to consider before they made any moves, before they changed anything. It could have been kind of overwhelming, to be honest. With the Lovers card following the star, this is actually really interesting energy because I feel like this person can sometimes have a negative outlook when it comes to love or romantic connections in general. I feel like they can use that kind of glass half empty outlook to approach their relationships, especially romantic connections. They might feel like things never work out for them, or like something hasn't worked out for them in the past, so they don't expect it to unfold beautifully in the future. And this could have to do with the loss that they face, like the loss of some kind of significant relationship, or like I was saying, the loss of a relationship with you. It could be what's kind of driving them to have this outlook. Like, it just feels like they don't think that things go smoothly for them. That realistic side of their personality kind of creeps in, and it sometimes makes them think that true love or finding that ultimate fulfillment isn't real. It's like they think that's not real life. Almost like they wanted to believe in that, or at certain times, like they have wanted to, or they have in the past believed in it, and it proved to be not real for them. So it's almost like something, it feels like it's out of reach for them. They can kind of creep into that type of thinking. It feels, I think sometimes to them it feels like it's silly. Like it's a silly fantasy is how it's coming across. They feel almost ridiculous believing in it. And what I get here, like the star, the lovers, I am kind of hearing like star-crossed lovers. I think the combination of these cards are saying star-crossed lovers. And that tells me that this person worries that this relationship, or really any relationship that they get in, is doomed to fail. So it wouldn't surprise me if this person has had some sort of major heartbreak, the end of a really significant relationship, the end of a marriage, something like that, that made them almost stop believing in love. So interesting that they're thinking so much about you when it's like they don't even believe in the feelings. I mean, they want to tell themselves that they don't believe in these feelings, that it's too good to be true, that it's not for them. Maybe some people can find that sort of love, but not them. So yeah, I feel like it's some past life experience has taught them to not hope for too much, not to get their hopes up too high. The fact that things haven't always worked out has really made an impression on this person, and I feel like that realistic side of them, it's some sort of protection mechanism, because it's almost like if they feel like they remain realistic, if they don't hope for things that are pure fantasy and that could never happen, then they won't be disappointed. Yeah, they don't want to get their hopes up. And I think the Seven of Cups energy kind of plays with this negative attitude, because they recognize that they have a choice. They can choose to believe in the possibilities, or they can believe in what their past experiences have taught them. The crazy part about this, and the reason I was kind of laughing at this energy of the star and the lovers, is the crazy part about it is the star and the lovers combined can signify kind of like this match made in heaven feeling. It gives me strong soulmate vibes. It talks about the kind of partnership that really lights you up, that honors you for the person that you truly are. And I feel like deep down, that's the kind of connection that this person truly believes in, despite what's happened in the past. And they kind of find themselves questioning whether that truly exists sometimes, but it's like deep down, they know that it does, especially because of whatever this connection has triggered in them. It's changing their mind. It's changing their mind. I think that's what the idea of this change is that this connection has changed their mind, or it is in the process of changing their mind. And this doesn't seem like a person who changes their mind very easily. So this can call into question a lot of a lot of ideals that this person has held. It can kind of turn their whole world upside down, because it's like this is something they've taught themselves to believe in, to hold steady to. And I think they value that kind of steady energy, but then at the same time, something has shaken things up. With this Ace of Daggers in reverse, they might not be ready to share this new perspective. The Ace of Daggers is about, or Ace of Swords, is about new energy, new ideas, okay? A brand new perspective. So this can be when you're like having a burst of inspiration, you're realizing something, you're coming to some sort of revelation. But this is coming up in reverse. So I feel like this is something that this person is keeping to themselves for now as they try to sort through this. They try to figure out how exactly their mind is changing, or what they're going to do with this new perspective. They don't feel ready to share it, but it also feels like they're moving away from this feeling of love being doomed for them, and like they're starting to believe in the possibility that things could work out. I think this is someone who can go quiet sometimes with that Ace of Daggers in reverse too. They can really they can work a silence like no other. I feel like when they go silent, they really, really go silent. And if they don't go totally silent, they're also someone who's really good at holding back the truth if they need to. If it's something they don't want to share, if they're coming to some realization about this connection and they're not quite ready, or they haven't figured it out completely for themselves, they can hold back. They can kind of like fake it, where some people would let it show. If they really don't want to share this with you, they might keep it quiet. It's reminding me now of the Taurus I have. Like, when they have something in their possession, and in this case it might just be this new idea or this new perspective, they're really concerned with just holding on to that, just making sense of it, just making it feel solid for them, sorting through all of the options that are presented with the Seven of Cups. Yeah. I think knowing what this person is thinking can be challenging sometimes, especially during a time like this when they're working on changing their outlook. It can be really hard for you to decipher what they're thinking and feeling, because sometimes I feel like they don't even know what they're thinking and feeling. They haven't made sense of it yet. And I'm telling you, if this person hasn't made sense of it, it's going to be really hard for you to make sense of it, because they won't, it just feels like they're not likely to present the problem. Like, let's solve the puzzle together. They kind of want to have some understanding of what's going on before they discuss it too much. It feels like with this Eight of Daggers, it just feels like they've been in a bit of a mental prison when it comes to this. It's like they wonder if they should believe what their past is telling them, if they should believe their old story. Like, should they keep believing that things never work out? That they should be realistic and not expect miraculous things in their life? Or should they lean into this new story that's starting to unfold? Yeah, I get this like teeter-totter energy is how I want to describe it from this person. Like, they think a lot about reaching out to you sometimes, and then they change their mind a lot, or they do reach out to you and they kind of get in their head too much about it and end up pulling back after they have reached out. They can definitely get in their head when it comes to this connection, because at the core, they are a very practical person, and it feels sometimes like the practicality is there to protect them. So it's like they lean into it because it's the armor that they reach for, is how I'm kind of getting it. They always can rely on that steadfastness. They can rely on their logical mind. They can rely on being practical and making reasonable decisions. They can't always rely on this emotional feeling that they feel, because it's foreign to them. But with this Page of Wands here, I feel like they want to embrace this new opportunity or this new outlook. instead of worrying about it. I feel like there's this impulsive nature that's behind all of this. Really, really interesting. I can feel the conflicted energy because I feel this solid groundedness. I feel this want for them to kind of move slowly, move methodically through this, figure it all out. And then there's also this impulse to charge forward without thinking too much. It really feels like it is hard for them to not buy into that old story. But to be honest with you, they're kind of tired of the old story with this Four of Cups in reverse. They're kind of sick of it. They're ready to welcome in some kind of new possibility. It's like this whole thing has already run its course for them. So this is definitely somebody who's in a period of transition. And I feel like these vivid imageries, these vivid images, I shouldn't just make up words like that, I'm sorry. These vivid images that they have around you and around this connection, I feel like are playing a major role in this. So like, this might be someone who's really gifted when it comes to visualization, or they're just kind of discovering this about themselves, because I feel like it's like, it's keeping you on their mind a lot. And it makes it hard to ignore. It makes it hard to be realistic, or to not believe in a feeling that's so strong, and in a feeling that's like kind of dictating. It's like running circles in their mind. So it's kind of hard not to focus there. You know what I mean? Okay, well, your card just flew out. We have patience. Yeah. Let's get one more. Oh, we have potential. Wow. Okay. I feel like that says it all right there. They see the potential in this connection. In fact, I feel like this person wonders a lot if you see that potential as well. They wonder a lot, and they say very little with this Ace of Daggers in reverse. I feel like they might not come out and ask you, like, do you see this going anywhere? Because I can't stop thinking about you. It's like they keep that to themselves. They wonder if you believe in this enough to kind of take a risk with them, whatever that means for you. So there might be a need to make an important decision with the Seven of Cups energy. There might be the need to leave something behind, if not just that old story, but potentially more old patterns, things that are comfortable. Leave an area of your life behind, potentially even leave a partner in some cases, I'm hearing. To risk waiting to see how this whole thing will play out is what I think is scary. It's scaring them. I think it's scaring them in terms of how much they're going to wait, but mostly they're worrying if you're going to wait for them. There's a lot of decisions this person needs to make. And I think the very first decision is the decision to change their story or not. Their decision to believe that there is potential here, that it is worth it, that it's not going to crash and burn. If this is someone you have history with and this connection has fallen apart in the past, they're afraid that it will go the same way. And it feels also like if this is something new, they've had something fall apart on them before, and they're afraid that any new connection is going to go that same way. They're kind of terrified of that. Yeah. It might take some time. I mean, with this patience card coming out, this is a mindset shift that might take them a little bit of time to make. But it's like the potential that exists in this connection is kind of crazy. And I think the potential is the only thing that's kept them, kept them going, is how I want to say it. If the connection didn't have this amount of potential, they would have given up on it a long time ago. They wouldn't still be thinking about you. because it's honestly easier to not think about this. It's easier for them to retell and replay their old story than it is to believe in a new version. So we have Temple Secrets, and we also have Violet Fire. Okay, Temple Secrets, exactly, next to this Ace of Daggers. This person doesn't always say it all. They can be kind of secretive. They can keep their feelings to themselves. They can be quiet sometimes. Secrecy, isolation. This is kind of a reiteration of this Four of Cups energy. This energy of kind of moving into like a hermit mode. Four of Cups in reverse gives me hermit mode vibes, isolation, observation, kind of taking it all in and reconsidering some things. And also with this Violet Fire, this is all about transmutation. This is about detoxification, psychic vision. And then my favorite part at the end, which I think really describes some things here, it says constant distraction. And I think that's what you are for this person, a constant distraction. We were talking about how vivid their images of you are, how vivid their memories of you are. And I feel like because it is so intense, it's almost like they're reliving things again. They're reliving conversations. They feel like you're there with them even when you're not. It feels relentless to me. And it also feels like the type of energy that really would force change, because they can't really escape it. These thoughts, they really can't escape it. But this idea of transmutation and of detoxification, this is about bringing in new positive energy, switching up the story, switching up the flow, having new energy be present here instead of that old story repeating. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. Really interesting. I think this is a stubborn person that you've managed to get to budge. So really interesting energy. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another video really soon. Bye.